Y'all ready to waste some time? Let's go ahead and waste some time with one more chance. The reunion part 2 of this damn show. Honey, it's my off day from my regular job, but I'm like, why am I torturing myself with this crap? Because of y'all, okay? But y'all already know I am Jay Lee, this JLeesCorner. Yep. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Y'all know like, comment, share, subscribe, relax, relate, release, center yourself and everything around you. Follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_corner and all of that. All of that information is also where in the description box below. The foolishness continues with this show. I feel like this show was just the epitome of what 2020 was. Some bush, if you ever seen it or whatever. Cheeks is still yelling and cussing and fussing and all loud and all upset because somebody grandma called her a bitch. I'm like, why is you acting as if no one has ever called you out your name? Like, it's one thing that I know no one wants to be disrespected, but at the same time, no one wants to sit there and fuss about something so simple and so trivial. She's up there talking to Jocelyn when I'm looking like, you going to Jocelyn to be calm down or whatever, but Jocelyn brought her up there because she keep yelling and yelling and yelling at grandmama. I'm looking like, for what? I'm not finna sit out here and fuss with nobody's grandmama, whose name on here is grandmama, and then Yola kept saying her real name. The fact that grandmama's real name is Barbara, girl, Barbara, she looked like a Barbara, but it's just funny that her name matters her age or whatever. Because ain't no young Barbaras. None. Anyway, she keeps bringing up Cheeks to us. She was trying to come for my reputation. I can't stand for anybody to come for my reputation. I'm like, what reputation? Nobody knows you. Like, I feel like the people who know her, like maybe in her city, in whatever town she lives in, I'm like, if they do or don't feel like you a bitch, who cares? I'm like, you don't have a rep. You have been on one season of a show on Zeus for the love of a man who did not choose you, honey. No one knows you that well. Anything grandmama says is not gonna ruin your reputation. No one knows her either. She don't hold no weight in this game. I mean, maybe with Jesus they went to school together, but again, grandmama don't have nothing to do with who or what anything that's who or what or anything. But she don't have any control over what someone thinks about you. Calm the fuck down. Yeah, she was loud and just yelling and yelling and yelling. And the way that Chance just easily grabs her elbow, you know what I'm saying, kind of lifted her up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, kind of led her away, like, go away from this. It was funny to me because he was like, I wish she would just shut up. She won't stop yelling and yelling and yelling. Let him try to lead her off the stage by her elbow or whatever. But she just kept yelling and yelling and yelling more and more and more the whole time. They had to take her off stage and in the back to the bathroom. Gangs, I'm like, gang, shut up. But she brings up, I get how someone can be mad because you said something about them and they may want to fight you. She then brings up her point of reference was because I beat up my baby daddy mama. I'm looking like, how was that your claim to fame? I mean, Chance, your cooch stank, now you beat up the grandma to your children. What sense does that make? Why do people think saying they beat up a grandma is a good thing? I'm like, when is grandma beating up good? If you watch the Boondocks, when they had that song talking about beating up granddad, everyone was upset with that. You can't be beating grandparents. I'm like, it's just dumb. Anyway, Micah then brings up how, well, you call Chance gay. Does that mean that he should raise up on you? I'm like, no, that's stupid. He wasn't saying it as in Chance should beat her up. I get it. He was saying it in a way of you can't try to make excuses to why people hit people, put their hands on people because you've said offensive things about my brother. But I mean, Chance is built like a woman, so who knows? But I'm just saying, no, he should not raise up on games, okay? And at this point in time, everyone is just talking over everyone. I'm looking like, what is the point? They all bring up how, well, grandmama be on social media trolling with negative comments. You know how many people troll? Do you know how many people? I would never waste my time arguing with a troll from social media, even if I knew that person online, I will cut you out one good time and you'll be blessed and blocked, and that's really it. I'm like, girl, bye. Now, grandmama admits, yes, I was going back and forth with Cheeks online. Anyone who wants me to believe that grandmama was just going out saying things about Cheeks and Cheeks wasn't responding, you got me fucked up. But again, who cares what old lady think? Okay, does she even live here? Where does she live? I don't think she's from here. I'm gonna leave that alone too. Now Yola brings up a point to saying, well, the real issue is Cheeks is still stripping. This show has not helped Cheeks stop stripping at all. So my thing is, again, what reputation? Who knows you? No one. Anyway, she said, Cheeks still strips. Cheeks has some show. She went to Cheeks' show. She was throwing money or whatever. She said a blog picked it up that she was there and that Cheeks was there. I'm like, it must have been me to take out. Because I don't think no real blog is out here following Cheeks or Yola. To say that the blogs picked up, I was at a strip club tossing money at Cheeks. I'm looking like, that's not even news. That's not news. Not, honey, if I didn't comment on it, that's not news. Girl, the fuck bye. Anyway, she then brings up Grandmama gets heard the story. Oh, so Grandmama follow the blogs that follow Yola and follow Cheeks. Miss me with the bullshit. Okay. She then brings up that, Grandmama was talking shit about about Cheeks who's still stripping. Who gives a fuck? Okay, Cheeks eventually comes back out, and what do? They hug and make up. So y'all wasted the first 10 to 13 minutes of this goddamn reunion fussing about stripper comments from somebody's grandma and someone calling her a bitch. Who cares what anyone say if they not paying your bills? Girl, I was just like, it's dumb. It was really, really dumb. Anyway, they then get on Secrets and her secrets. They try to say that Secrets has had her body done. They say it's her butt real, it's her teeth real, or her boobs real, it's her hips real. Yola try to say her hips don't match her ass. I'm like, Yola, your teeth don't match your mouth. Are we talking about you? No, hush it on up. I think Secrets, even if Johnson says something smart, he said, you had work done in a really good way. Okay, if you had work done, you did it real quietly and real nicely, because you can't tell if it's real or fake. She just has a good body and whatnot. Okay, Johnson squeezes her booty cheeks or whatever. Said, I think if it had a BBL. I'm like, girl, I don't care. Anyway, she brings up how, she liked Chance and was there for Chance or whatever, but because it was so many people in the house, there was so much going on that she did kind of play the background or whatever. She wasn't really aggressive. But Chance, give me one more chance. He was like, nah, I'm okay. He said mainly because he's kind of over all the women on the show. He also brought up how he thinks Secrets still has secrets. I think she do too, but I also don't care, so we're gonna move on from that. Okay, they then get on Beady Bead and Wakanda. Now, first of all, I titled them the Stink Breath Crew mainly because they brought them up because they had stinky breath. Now, both ladies bring up the reason they breath stink was they had weed breath, meaning they were smoking the ganja of it all or whatever and not brush their teeth enough. You cannot smoke weed a lot and then instantly kiss anyone. The breath stinks, the tongue stinks, it's nasty. You're supposed to brush your teeth, gargle a little bit with Listerine, and then spit it out and then go kiss somebody. You can't kiss anyone after smoking weed because your mouth be dry and it's just nasty. That is why I refuse to date men who smoke. And I swear it's like everybody smokes. All the guys who have come on to me or tried to date me are smokers. I hate to smoke. No, thank you. Anyway, Wakanda brings up, no, not Wakanda. Johnson asked BDB, why does she have an issue with Shira? And she said, well, I didn't have an issue with her. I just made a statement that I did not like how she seemed to be influenced so much by our culture that she kind of was stealing our hairstyles because she had them twists in the house. We gonna make it clear. Shira came on the show as like, I want to be the white black girl or whatever. I didn't like it either, but I also did not care. I did not care. She was responsible. My best friend is black and she does hair, and she asked me could she do my hair, and I said yes because I want to support a black business. I'm like, bitch, miss me with what? The bullshit. No, I don't like when anyone's reply to why are you appropriating black culture, you bring up which black person you know. I'm like, I don't say I know a white person because I'm just gonna let me leave that be. Anyway, I don't believe that my best friend is black, so I have a right to wear twists because she braided my hair. No. I don't like it. Okay, we're gonna leave that be too. Now we then get to because I'm running through it. They then get on the plastic crew. Okay, plastic Karen and boom, middle stage. Plastic Karen and plastic or whatever. Now plastic who's in the well, they both in black dresses. Plastic who's in the black dress with the black hair brings up how she has the only thing on her body that she has not had done was her nose. Okay, her hair is fake, her lips are fake, her eyeballs are fake, her eyebrows are fake, her chin is fake, her tits are fake, her fingernails are fake, her knees are fake, her everything about her was built by Mattel. Okay, mainly whatever she could have done, she's had done except her nose. I don't know if I believe her that she has not had her nose done, but I'm going to ignore that or whatever. She brings up how I was really, you know, here for chance, but when he eliminated my friend Karen, I had to leave too. I didn't like either one of these ladies the whole time they were on the show for like a day or two. They could have went a long time ago. Micah brings because we know that he eliminated Karen, the blonde haired one, and when he eliminated her, the black haired one went. She left. She's like, you know what? If she has to go, I'm leaving too. We are a package deal, bitch. How you on a dating show as a package with a bitch? Girl, it's just dumb. Anyway, Micah brings up after they, were eliminated and left, how they came to his room trying to get on. Now they kept saying that's not true. That didn't happen. He keeps saying they did. At this point, as he say, she say, they both did admit. But he's handsome. He's cute. Everyone knows that. We all know that. Karen then brings up how there's supposed some clip of the day they were getting their names. Micah, grabbed her or whatever. He said, yeah, but what did I say? She didn't say what he said, so I'm assuming he said something she don't want us to know. I mean, who knows? We heard Chance in the background saying, yeah, I don't mind my brother getting some too. I'm like, y'all nasty. Y'all nasty or whatever. Chance don't like these two white women or whatever, but I'm like, do we care? No, that was another waste of time or whatever. Chance brings up how he does not regret sending anyone home. He's like, everybody sent home was supposed to go home. He's like, but I do wish, or I could have gotten to know Wakanda and Secrets better. I do think that could have happened, but again, I'm not, trying to go backward with any of these women. He brings up how, in regard to sending Games home and keeping Mangina, the way he explained it made perfect sense to me from a production standpoint, and I did not like how Cheeks kept saying, Games kept saying, well, whose show is it? Is it Zeus's show or is it your show? It's Zeus's show. It's their network, okay? He's just on here. Now, he brings up how Zeus told him you should keep Mangina, mainly because in their talks, he was saying how he was not connecting much with Games. Games, coochie stained. She kept hurting him with her pelvic bone when she would bounce on him or whatever. So he's like, Zeus said, well, since you don't have any connection to her, it does not make sense to keep her and to send Mangina home because again, he has more drama. Keeping him here is more drama for the show. So if you're gonna send someone home, send her home. You don't even like her anymore. I mean, they're still making TV. Had they kept her, he would have just had another broken bone tomorrow. We don't really care. Anyway, Games bring up how I had a man at home. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? And me and him was going through some things and whatnot, and that's why I came on the show. I'm like, anyone who came on the show with an active boyfriend, Chance came on the show. He didn't actually want love. So, who am I to judge or whatever? Anyway, we see that was into that. Now, we do get to the point where Chance brings up how he felt like Wakanda was the only one who was truly there for him, where he felt as if he could have really dated her. But again, she bring up it was like going on, that he was fucking around with Yummy too, because he was fucking Yummy. And so again, if I know you fucking somebody, I'm not finna put my all into you. I can't. It's not my ministry or whatever. So he's like, when I've been through a lot with these girls and whatnot, so I don't think I want to go backwards, even though I think it could have worked out with me and her. At this point of the show, I realized this isn't the end of the reunion. I'm like, wait a minute, bitch. It's like 20 minutes left. Why haven't the other half of the girls came on the stage? I'm like, bitch, it's gonna be a part 3. Look, I kept telling y'all, yay, next week is the end of it. No, they're gonna torture us with one more part, a 3-part reunion. They focus on so much bullshit. It's making me mad. Okay, now they bring the other half. Where is it at? I want to be sure I got all the things right. Okay, they bring the other half of the girls out. Boom. Okay, so we got Roly Poly Snacks Meal, Special K, Shira, and I love Believable Shoes. I don't think they're expensive. I think they're cute. Okay, and then we also have the other half of the couch. Okay, we have Mangina, Yola, uh, Cheeks, and then Yummy. Girl, if these two sides of the couch was coins, it'll be some weird transactions going on. I just don't know what to do with these two. Like, look, it's really two different sets of people, and I don't even mean in looks. I mean just kind of in unbotheredness or whatever. You can see who's kind of over it or whatever. And I'm like, girl, and who is like ready to rumble? And I'm like, everybody. So when they bring the other half out, okay, it starts to go a little bit left, okay. And I'm like, why did they bring the other half of the girls on stage, had everybody walk back out the same way, and then reintroduce Jocelyn as if she was not just on the fucking? I'm like, she was just there, bitch. What's going on here, okay? Anyway, you then had Roly Poly Snacks Meal and Mangina fussing. I'm like, what is y'all fussing for? Mainly because Mangina brings up how there would have been no show without him. He made the show, he's the fan favorite, and he gets more likes on IG. And for some reason, that caused a whole argument between him and Roly Poly Snacks Meal. I'm like, people did like Mangina. I didn't mind Roly's antics to me were more entertaining than the mess that Mangina would cause to happen in the house. So I don't really care. Jonathan tells them both, we can't have a reunion if everybody's yelling and fussing. We can't have that. I'm looking like the nerve of her saying that, because I'm looking like, girl, you was always yelling and cussing and fussing all on your reunion show. We're gonna leave that be too. Now at one point, Mangina is dancing and twerking, asking her, do you want to smell my pussy? I'm like, you don't have a coochie. No one wants to smell your dick. No, sir, no thank you. Okay. I don't want it. Anyway, so they calm them down, and now they okay. Okay, at that point in time, because Roly Poly Snacks Meal was kind of going at Mangina, Yola kind of got involved, but not so much when Chance came out there, and they was asking Yola about, well, are the guys on your phone for real, like in your phone? And she said no. He said no. I read some of her text. She was out here in these streets talking to different men. And they then asked, was the guy who y'all met at Jamba Juice really your brother? Yola still said yes. Brody then said no, he wasn't. We don't know, because again, so many men put up. It was so many men in that camp. We don't know if they all was her brothers, or if her man wasn't somewhere in the mix, because some guy walked up and grabbed her by the throat, okay, and hand her up. So again, Rolly is saying, she had some kind of dude on her head that day. That gets her mad, honey. And when I say it went from 0 to 100, Yola was so mad because if she say, I don't like Roly Poly Snacks Meal. And so she was upset, very, very upset that Roly was giving her all the energy she needed. Girl, you got a man, and fussing and fussing and fussing. And Yola quickly got up and charged at Roly, but Roly was ready. Roly wasn't no hoe. Okay, Roly, like, bitch, I see you for your work, okay? And at this point, a whole fight ensued. And I think in the whole mess of it all, I would be Special K. Special K like, oh, they fighting? Well, look at that. The fact that Rhodey looks so calm and Micah looks so calm, she will look like she's like trying to hold her titty back. But again, the calmest person to me is Special K, and she's sitting right there in the line of fire or whatever. So these two ladies girl, when I say it was a whole collision course, it was a whole collision course fight going on. I'm looking like, oh, y'all scrapping? Like y'all scrapping? I yep, put my picture. And the fact that, girl, when Believable quickly got up and just jogged away, like, not my ministry. I would not be caught up in no fight. And as we see, Special K is still sitting there on that couch calm as a cucumber, okay? Even though, as we then see, the couch is being tipped and she's still, I'm like, bitch, move. Why did you not move? But security swept in so quick because Yola got up so quick and walked over so quickly. No one had a chance to catch her when Cheeks got up and was walking up to Grandmama. She did it calmly and she did not look aggressive. Chance knew for a fact that when Yola got up, she was going to fight because they got into it on the show and it was bound to happen. Honey, that was the most entertaining part of the whole thing. Okay, the day actually fought. We're going to possibly see the whole thing next week. We see both of their wigs get ripped off and I feel like Yola can't be upset or mad because you charged at her. You can't charge at someone and if you get beat up or get your wig snatched, that's your own fault. Anyway, we'll see what happens next week. Because Lord knows, I have to finish this shit out.